SSSS Gridman is a show about reality versus identity and how those two concepts clash. My first reading of the show was actually to think that the characters of Akane and Rikka were the same person, the purple one representing Akane's ideal self, while Rikka represents Akane's real self, the self she's trying to escape from. The next thing I post after this will be a podcast where I go deep into this theory. It's long and it's weird, so look for that if you want to know more. But upon going through the series again, I think there's a much simpler explanation. There is a real Rikka, and Akane is in love with her. Akane is presented as being literally God, and it's stated over and over that she created everyone and everything in the world of SSSS Gridman. The end of the final episode shows Akane leaving the world of the anime and waking up as a real girl in the real world. The entire anime was a fiction created by a real person as an escapist fantasy. There's enough evidence throughout the series to suggest that Akane made this fictional world as an idealized version of the real world she actually lives in. This city, this school, and all the people in it are based on Akane's real life, but adjusted to make her happy. In episode 9, Akane attempts to stop her creations from rebelling against her. She places Yuta, Utsume, and Rikka in dreams designed to subdue them and give her the relationship she wants with each of them. With Yuta, it's romantic. She's his girlfriend, and they go on dates. With Utsume, it's sexual. They geek out over a shared interest before she invites him back to her place. All of which would seem to point to her being straight, right? Especially since the dream with Rikka is just them hanging out. The thing is, the dream with Rikka is the same world as the end credits. There are exactly 2 places where the girls wear this specific school uniform. The dream in episode 9 and the ED, both of which focus on Akane and Rikka getting along great when they meet at school. The difference is that in the dream, Rikka catches on to what's happening and wakes up after rejecting Akane's fantasy. And that's why I believe the ED is Akane's fantasy. It presents a version of events where Rikka didn't reject the dream, and the two of them could just be happy together. And when you look at how they're acting towards each other over these credits, you realize that she's approaching Rikka the same way she did Yuta and Utsume. The two of them are playfully flirting with each other like crazy. And God, just look at this. This is not how you look at someone you see as just a friend. Not to mention the fact that the school is full of people until these two start to notice each other and everyone else in the world just disappears. This ED is filled to the brim with romantic imagery. But hey, what about the dreams with Yuta and Utsume? Why is the dream with Rikka proof that she's gay and the dreams with the boys not proof that she's straight? The first big sign is that Akane and Rikka are so much happier and more playful than Akane and either of the boys. She only offers Utsume sex as a last resort when she can tell her deception is about to fall apart. And her time with Yuta feels awkward, like she's trying to make herself fill a role she's not comfortable playing, which is exemplified by the fact that for her dream, she literally just recast herself in the Rikka role from episode 1. But the thing that really caught my attention was the moment she and Yuta were about to hold hands, and Akane, observing events from outside Yuta's dream, said this. When Akane built her fantasy world, she based it on her real world. And she made changes to herself while she was at it. We know from the end of the series that in real life she's got long dark hair, so she was willing to change at least something about herself when creating this world. I still believe that the Akane we see throughout the show is Akane's vision of an idealized version of herself, where she's got the stylish hair and clothes she's always wanted, where she's the most popular girl in school with tons of friends, where she's got a boyfriend. Like she's supposed to. I think Akane is uncomfortable with the fact that she likes girls. I think there's a real Rikka who Akane has real feelings for, and she doesn't know what to do about that. Akane couldn't bear to make a world without Rikka in it, but still tried her best to ignore Rikka and focus instead on being what too many people would think of as normal. A relationship with a guy, no matter who the guy is or what the relationship is like. When really, all she wants is to live in this particular dream, which is why her reaction to Rikka's rejection was so much stronger and more emotional than when the boys left her behind. In the end, I think it's really meaningful that these are Rikka's last words to Akane.
私は茜と一緒にいたい。どうかこの願いがずっと叶いませんように。
This is the fake version of Rikka, the fantasy that Akane created because reality was too hard, saying that she loved Akane too much to want to see her remain tucked away, hidden from the rest of the world. This Rikka wants to be with Akane, but only can be if Akane stays there and never grows as a person. So she hopes their happiness will never come. Because as long as it doesn't, it means Akane has returned to reality, where she can make an even happier life for herself than the one in her dream. Maybe even with the real Rikka. All that said, I'm no expert when it comes to this sort of representation in media, so if you know something I don't, head to the comment section, because I'd love to learn. Thank you all for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.